Yeah. So he did masters and PhD in computer vision. He did an undergraduate in electrical engineering. I did my PhD in electrical engineering. So we have offices. So we're kind of a medium-sized company. We have offices, so the head office is in Hong Kong. Then we have an office in Europe, in Japan, New Zealand, and the Philippines. And then we're opening an office in Malaysia. That's the new company, which is for software development. Okay, so then, so what do we actually do? So we develop, as you know, we do computer vision. So we actually do the computer vision on horse racing. So we use the computer vision to track horses in racing videos, and then we sell the software to third parties in the US, Europe, and Japan. So part of the business of the company in Malaysia will be to help develop the software. So Hedi's the CTO. He's already developed a lot of the software. Yeah. So at this point, I just wanted to ask how you felt about that industry, whether that's something you would be interested in. It's a kind of a controversial industry. Some people don't like it.
It's fine. I have no problem in that type of industry.
Okay. So we'll continue. So the format for the job process, we'll have the first interview, which we're having now, and then we have a small exam. I don't know if you've done that for other companies. Software exam.
Yeah, there are some have.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. My first job is the same, right? So it's not meant to be hard. It's just to see that you've got basic skills that I'm sure you have. And then we'll have the second interview. So I'll fly into KL to do the second interview, and then Hedi will be from New Zealand. So it's a long way from New Zealand, and also there's still COVID issues with the restrictions in New Zealand. Okay, so then the purpose of this interview is just to get to know you a bit. Obviously, you got your resume. So there's no right or wrong answers. We just want to get to know you a little bit more for this first interview. So we have a series of questions. If you can just, as I ask them, if you can just answer as best you can, and then Hedi will have some questions for you as well. So the first question we have is, why did you decide to become a software engineer?
It's mostly because it's just that I got into it, and since I'm already in track for doing a lot of my master's is actually in AI. But am I correct? Let me check back on one detail first. This is for the intermediate. Sorry.
Computer vision.
Computer vision.
Yeah. Okay. So was your master's? It was on sound, or was it?
It's sound. It's on sound.
Okay.
Yeah. But so far,
I think it's similar, but different.
Yeah, because sound is actually in the end you'll process it into like 2D vectors, so it'll be like a kind of image, like a heat map image. So back to the question. The reason why I go into software engineering is just because I just like doing work with computers. So that because everything with computers is like it's reversible, you know. So I don't really like because my dad has a PhD in mechanical engineering, so he taught me into doing that, which I don't really like, because I don't like measuring twice and cut once. Because in computers, you can like don't have to measure at all and just cut and then reverse time. That's the best part about computers. And so everything is a sandbox and it's reversible. Everything is backup. So that's like the main reason why we rather have virtual working in virtual things in software, not hardware.
Yep. Okay. It's an interesting take. So what programming languages do you prefer?
So I'm kind of like a entrepreneur myself. So I did a lot of programming as long as it works. So right now, the ones that are popular are Laravel, PHP. So those are I'm using that for my typical software freelance work. So I'm currently working with Hightech Padu, but I'm not really, I mean, like, it's at the end of the project already. I'm just handing it over to my team. So that is developing a dashboard. They're monitoring. They're like a big software company. They want to monitor a lot of projects, and but that is my Laravel part. But on AI part will be I will be I mean, like, my experience with working with X-ray images. That's 1 year I've been developing a software that will detect anomalies inside an X-ray image. So I'm working with Pomema Sinemberhat. They are like radiologists. They check for, they give like passes for foreign workers to get work permits. So we need to go to Pomema. So they're like very big in Malaysia. So what I need to supply them is like an end-to-end solution for this AI product, which they don't have any men at all. So they're starting from scratch, and we are like the proof of concept. I'm working with my supervisor while I'm doing my master's.
Yep. Okay, that's really quite interesting, I think.
So I'm using Flask, the framework, the micro framework, the Flask app.
Yep.
And then using TensorFlow and Keras for the main prediction model. And then from the pre-processing, I'm using the PyTorch. So the images are not really clean in a way.
So using three different
two models, three different frameworks, because you need to mix it up together. So I'm using Docker to compile everything together, and so what I give to them is a Docker file that has everything ready to go. So the Flask app is just the microservice API controller. So all they do is just receive and then run the Python code. So everything is inside a Docker container. Everything is there. So the pre-processing part of the image is like, because the data is kind of messy, so we use YOLO v5. So we train it using PyTorch and implement it in the pipeline. So that one is just to cut out the chest area. Sometimes they have like extra appendages. We don't want that. So we cut out that part first, and then we focus on the anomalies for the chest area. So that is like in-depth using the VGG16 as a preprocessor, because this is not really in-depth yet, because it's like a general reading of it. It's like how abnormal is it? So it's like a proof of concept first, because it's not targeting any diseases yet. But that is the goal, is just to differentiate, is there any big difference between this? It's like, can it predict generally the abnormality of it?
Okay. That's very interesting. Okay. Hedy, do you have any questions on that?
Yeah, I just thinking, like, do you use the object detection API, TensorFlow object detection API before?
No, I didn't use that one. I used a separate model, actually. I don't really know that part yet. But so far, I use a separate model, independent model, the YOLO v5 model, and then just do a prediction and copy it out, and then continue with another model that will predict on the cropped image.
And do you use any pre-processing stage, and what library? Are you familiar with OpenCV library?
Yes.
Or
So I'm using OpenCV. So this one is not really, I mean, like my expertise in deep, but what we applied with, we use the contrast limiting adaptive histogram equalization, the CLAHE. I think that's a very common one. The CLAHE, the OTSU, all that. So I first tried to crop the images using just the OpenCV instead of YOLO, but I mean, like it's not really standardized. So in the end, I just used YOLO for better processing.
Thanks.
Okay. Next is, have you used any project management tools?
So far, no, but I don't know if GitHub is kind of supervises GitHub.
Yeah, I think it's just Git. Yeah, it's just Git. It's just Git. Yeah, but it's good you use Git because we use Git too. Project management is much agile, so it's just a way for the team to interact and to proceed on the project, so everyone knows what they're doing. But it's easy to learn. Git's much harder, so if you know Git, then that's already good. So I've got this question, but I guess you've kind of talked about a little bit. My question is talked about the project you've completed successfully, but Hedy, did you want him to talk about another project? Are you happy with the project, the chest X-ray project he talked about?
Yeah, I think it's like most of the things that shows the skills under that project.
Okay. I was thinking, is it possible to, you can send us some of your papers or master's thesis or something like that?
My papers are actually published already, so you can access it online. I'll give you the links. And
yeah, that'd be good.
If you want my thesis, that too I can provide.
I think just send us something that you're proud of. I think if you maybe send us one or two papers that you think are good.
Okay.
Or that are relevant, or I'm just curious to see your research.
But you see, so it's like my research is typically on sound event detection actually. So what I did was apply models, more like image processing techniques inside it actually. Like combining deep features of VGG16 and then using random forest is like a mix.
Yeah, I mean, I actually don't see much difference between sound and video or still images. You're using the same techniques.
Yeah, correct.
I think that's correct, Hedy?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay,
next is, what are you looking for in this job?
So what I'm looking for is like, in-depth into computer vision, more applications I could apply to it, and yeah, like I said, I'm not really an expert in deeply in the pre-processing pipelines and then how to make it even better, because I see a lot of potential in this industry, and by being a master's inside this, it could like pay off in the later future, and I'm looking for actually to probably move out of Malaysia, maybe if it's possible.
Okay. Is there any particular country you like? Or?
I don't know. Maybe it's just because Malaysia is like known for being paying peanuts for programmers. So I'm sure you noticed that.
Yeah, so I lived in Malaysia myself a long time ago. I did high school, 3 years of high school in Malaysia. But that was a long time ago now. I noticed actually you lived in the UK?
Yes, in Scotland. Glasgow.
Oh, Scotland. Oh, Glasgow. Huh. Was that interesting?
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, like, I still remember it, but it's like when I was primary 1 to 4, around that. But I can remember all the details. That's why my English is like, I think it's Scottish.
Oh, really? And please, it's not too Scottish, because some people I just can't understand. It can be quite difficult English to understand. Okay, talk about some mistakes you've learned from.
Oh, so back in the days before I'm like a proper software engineer, because I'm morely like I will just jump into problems. Yeah, you know the what people say, fake it till you make it. Yeah, I'm that type of person. So before I even know anything about the software like Laravel, before Laravel, I jumped into it, just getting a project with someone, getting someone to pay for the project. So I was just really looking for money then. So I just took the project out of nowhere, not knowing anything actually. So
Is this on a freelancer or one of those?
Yeah, freelancers. I started that way, and then now I'm like I'm doing like small businesses, family business. I'm teaching my brothers to go into this sector because it's very lucrative and you don't have to go out of the house. So the biggest mistake then was not making backups. You know, backups are very important, especially then we had ransomware, because I was handling the projects and then deploying it. So I also need to manage everything. But good thing I got I'm using the servers that they supplied free retention, 14-day retention, so we can like revert back. So that's what I love about it. It's like anything it can be reversed again. So I accidentally deleted the database for some files, and then I was like, suddenly I was just very confident that I was just editing the files. Suddenly it's just gone. So my biggest mistake was not creating a backup. So and then I got all worried and all. Good thing that my provider got that 14-day retention supplied there, automatically.
Okay. And I guess it's similar. How did you solve a problem you faced?
So you see, any problem any coding is a type of problem. So what I would do is I'll find the most likely common a copy of it. You know, someone that of course go Stack Overflow to get the answers. So and then probably someone someone in this world must have already solved this. So we go find all the programs that are at least similar, and then we can cut paste that portion of it, and then we try bit by bit. So it's always like we find the closest copy of it, because I'm not really that a master in programming, but I can stitch things up together and make it work. So it's a better practice like that, because we don't know if we can just do it as we want, but in the end we know that we'll find out that it's not the best practice, and then it's not worth it. So it's always to find other copies of it first.
Okay. Then, do you enjoy working alone or in a team?
I've been working alone, but right now I'm trying to find a better, a team and a senior, because a senior can teach me what are the best practices, because I always skip that part and find out later in the future. It's like, oh, I've been doing it all wrong. No, that's not good.
Sure. Okay. Hedy, do you have any questions?
Yes. Do you have any knowledge on AWS and working on the cloud processing?
So far, AWS, I'm only using the normal EC2s from another client server. The EC2, the S3 buckets, So I'm not really I'm not really into it with AI yet, but I found out that we can use SageMaker or something like that. But image, maybe we still need to use Docker or a container, maybe Kubernetes. But I've never dealt with it because it's very expensive. AWS is very expensive. But I tried it at Google Cloud. So I think it's probably the same process. You just upload the container and then it will just run on the cluster.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. That you know what's the purpose of AWS EC2. That's good. No, thank you, Peter.
Okay. Okay. So my last thing is, do you have any questions for us?
So, you already told me about the company before, but so right now in Malaysia, do you have an actual office already set up, or are we going to work on remotely?
So I'd like you to work at the office. So we've established the company, and then when I fly down, then we'll set up the office. My plan is to set up in a what do you call it, Hedy? The co-working space. So an office in the co-working space. And then my plan is to have at least 2 people to start, and then expand from there. So the answer is currently we don't have an office, we just have the company. And then when you start working, we'll have an office. You're happy to work at the office?
I don't really mind, but it depends where it is. I mean, like if it's in around PJ, because KL is a bit, it's very having jams of traffic.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I don't mind relocating if I can afford it.
Sure. Yeah, well, we haven't organised the office space yet, so I guess yeah, we'll see. But you live in KL now.
I'm living in Shalam. It's like 20 minutes ish, about 25 kilometers.
Okay. Yeah, normally we with everyone else we make it work. So, with all our other offices around the world, we make it work. So we'll if you're the one, then we'll make it work for you.
I'm glad to hear that.
Any other questions?
When are you expecting to hire me? It's like anyone?
Yeah. So we're going to do the my guess would be a couple of weeks. So we've got to do. So this is the first interview. Then we've got to do the exam. Then I've got to fly down for the second interview, which would be so the week of the 18th, I'm guessing. And then if we make a decision, then we'll give you the offer.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Hedy, did you have any more questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, so I think that's good. Well, thank you very much for spending the time to talk to us. Hedy and I will have a discussion, and we'll contact you about the exam, and then move forward.
Okay, see you soon then.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.